For Crema Media's Polity, I'm Sane Dhlamini. Researcher and analyst Professor Raymond Suttner joins me for Suttner's View, a weekly commentary on South Africa's political scene. Welcome, Professor.
Thank you.
What do you make of the constant evidence of discord between the old and the new public protectors?
Yes, you know, when the new public protector was appointed, she succeeded a person who had a much higher profile than any previous public protectors since 1994. Well, there weren't public protectors before that. And in the eyes of very many people, she was very much admired, and also she was controversial in the eyes of very many people. So it was important in taking the job to find her own way of doing it, but at the same time handling the legacies of her predecessor in a way that was proper, respectful, appropriate, and so forth. Unfortunately, there have been a number of situations which have created public stresses between them. In the first place, the new public protector had just been in the offices, and she almost immediately said, morale is low. And that is an attack on your predecessor. And it's very hard to assess that just on your first day. She also has reportedly got rid of a lot of people who were in the previous public protector's office. And I understand, you know, when you take a job, you want around you people whom you trust. But you've got to do this in a way. She's been in for 100 days, and apparently there's like 50 people who, you know, I'm thinking of SARS. There's a lot of people who've left. And it hasn't actually been done in a regular manner in every case, because one person at least has gone to the CCMA and she's had to pay her out for her contract, for the remainder of her contract, because it was not regular. So I think it is unfortunate. The Dhlamini Seller, I think it would have been desirable for her to retreat from the public eye and give space to the new public protector. But it's not clear that she's been able to do this because of certain things that have happened. And she did a 25-minute interview on ENCA the other day, and one of the points that she made is there wasn't a proper handover between her and the new public protector. They didn't sit down, discuss, this is what I've done, these are the cases that remain open, these are the ones that have not been dealt with. And she reported on a lot of correspondence which she has sent and to which she's not received an answer. And I think while it is important to find your own way, it hasn't been done by the new public protector in a manner that is sensitive, in my opinion. However, I do think also it is important for Dhlamini Seller to find a way of vacating the public space.
But the tension between the two have been raised with not only the DA, but we've also had the EFF now claiming that Mkhwebane is a spy.
Yes, also Madonsela on the weekend claimed that it was important to go into the process through which Mkhwebane had been appointed, suggesting that there was something improper about this, and that it may have been the presidency that had nominated her. Now you'll recall when the EFF made a press conference where they alleged that she was a spy, they also said she was a plant of the Guptas. And thing with being called a spy in a position which is supposed to be independent, if you're not a spy, you should actually sue them. Now, she says she's getting legal advice, and the thing with that is they may well actually have evidence that she is attached to, in some or other way, to state security agency. Now, the thing with that, however, is if you get that information from someone who's in the intelligence agency, they are not allowed to give out any information. Part of their security clearance and the ways in which they become intelligence agents is they have to accept that all the information that they acquire as an intelligence agency is classified. So that for someone, even if it were true that Mkhwebane is a spy, for someone to release it will mean they could be prosecuted and could lose their job. Now, even if, let's say, she doesn't get someone and they can't prove it properly, it'll be very embarrassing, and it may well be that the court will order the DA and the EFF to withdraw this. And then if they refuse to withdraw it, then what happens? So she's entered into a situation where there's a lot of controversy around her. There's also this thing where she docked the pension fund of Madam Sela by 500,000. Now, I don't want to go into the complications of that, but she didn't discuss it with her beforehand, so she's created a problem there by the way she's done it. With the president, there's also a perception that she is shielding the president and she's partial to the friends of the president. Like, one of the first things she did is to change the TV stations from ENCA to ANN7. Now, what she says now is she didn't do that. She just said, why are they all ENCA? Now, if you look back, SABC is itself also under a cloud at the moment, so that to change it to SABC is not just a neutral act, because the SABC has been in deals with the Guptas about their archives and things like that. Also, there's this refusal to air certain news, things like that. So she's done things like this which are really a little bit created sense that she is not totally independent. There's the final thing that's very important is the president is bringing a review of the state of capture report, and she has said that she will she's getting legal advice as to whether she'll oppose it or not, because she doesn't see why. Thuli Madonsela ended the report saying that since the president is himself has an interest in this matter, it's important that a commission of inquiry, that the judge should be selected by the Chief Justice, not by the President. So she says she doesn't see why the President shouldn't select the judge. But what is the weight to be given to a conflict of interest? That's the reasoning that was given. She doesn't refer to that. So she's doing a number of things which leave an impression in the eyes of the public that she may be willing to protect the president, the Guptas, all of these people, or let's say she is correct perhaps in not wanting the relationship of tension that her predecessor had, but the way she's kind of gone about that has not been in a manner that could best address the issues.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you.
That was Professor Raymond Suttner speaking to Grima Media's Polity about tensions between old and new public protectors.